Yo.
What's up, my boy?
Short dog.
Hey, what's up? Hey, she still in there, bro?
Yeah, she's still in there.
Yeah, hey, man, I'm off tomorrow. I'm going down there and try to...
What's up, YouTube? So guys, I have been overwhelmed with requests to help people grow their YouTube channel. So I finally decided to go ahead and create the mastermind. In the mastermind group, we're gonna meet every Sunday evening for 2 hours. I'm gonna guide and facilitate the conversation towards YouTube growth strategy. I make no claim to be an expert, but we're all gonna learn from each other. The cost is $40 a month. Click on the link in the description or go to my community wall. If you wanna grow with anything in life, you gotta invest. So click the link and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Now back to the content.
This number as a private number. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To repeat, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now. Do you want me to call back?
You say what?
You up or you want me to call back later?
It's fine. I mean, I'm just getting up, but it's cool. What's going on?
The BB, we only got like 3 phones, so the phones be backed up, and then we only got like 3 hours on the phone. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, the cab been in the news. The cab jail been in the news a lot lately.
It's fucked up as hell.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. I remember when they first built it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My blood pressure is so high that the nurse told them to take me to medical. So, nobody, the lady looked at me and said, oh my God, we got to take her to medical. I've been in here all day, can't eat, got a headache. Because my blood pressure been high every single day from the morning to the night.
I get it, man. I get it. You know, I swear to God, I just hope that this will be the last time. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that you actually thinking about this stuff, and when you come out, you're going to be a little less impulsive. Because you can't let people trick you off the streets like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I didn't even know it was going to go that far.
I mean, true enough, and especially if both of y'all did something to each other, then the code of the streets is kind of like, all right, well, shit. I did something to you, you did something to me. We just going to keep it where it's at, you know what I'm saying, and not go to the law. So I was thinking about that after I had talked to him, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's like, he know that he did something to you and you did something to him. So it's like, it's even, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to, as an adult, know if I do something that might put me in a bad situation, it could happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, ooh, you gotta be able to see it and be like, okay, well, shit, he did what he did, man, but I just shouldn't have even done that or let him get me there or none of that type shit.
Yeah.
So both of y'all was wrong in the situation. You know what I'm saying?
I just...
But you're the only one that's facing consequences. That's the part that I'm like, that's kind of like, that was some lame shit. Like, even if he had
called me all night that night. He was really mad because I didn't come back.
I remember, so.
He was like, you don't care about me? I was like, we done.
Yeah. I definitely remember that. So.
And we was together one time and I refused to come outside again. After we got back together, I refused to come outside. And then he ran off with a smoker and everybody told. And that's when and my fact, he was with CC, and that's why I left him and never talked to him again. But it's okay.
Okay, well, like I say, we just gonna focus on moving forward.
Do I need to call my probation officer? Because when I talked to the lady, she was like, why would you do that when the officer, she was like, you go to court and like within 14 days, like you want to even take a chance on something.
No.
I really don't know how long we take to court because the cat kind of all screwed up. So. I think I ate one time yesterday. I had some. I've been drinking apple juice, so I got Kool-Aid, so.
Okay, well. Yeah, I mean, without me being a lawyer or expert or anything like that, you know, a lot of times it's good to just sit and chill. When you get put in a situation like this, just try to reflect on the situation and don't try to do too much. like you say, you know what I'm saying? You know, just let the
Let me
parole
tell you
people.
how I know. Let me tell you how I know I was with him still. Because when I got back with him, guess what? You remember? Gotta die. Just pay attention while I was saying, because I don't like talking on the phone. You remember that shit when how like something broke in his car,
Mm-hmm.
and then that nigga super glued it back together.
Mm.
Remember?
Oh, I mean, kinda, not really, but okay.
Remember? It was about the turning lane. He
Right.
glued it back together so he could turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I was with him when he glued it back together. Yeah, like that fucked up. He told them folks I live with you. No, I ain't never lived with you. I probably stayed over there, but I ain't never stayed every day. Like I was trying to get the hell on, and I still was paying for my room because I knew it was gonna be conflict.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess he felt like all the money he spent on me, I felt like he just gonna get his get back. So it's cool. Jesus. Oh, money got a price to pay. He makes me pay for it.
Okay. Well,
I want to find out when I go to this next court date for a misdemeanor. Because it's not a felony, so I don't have to get indicted on this. I just, if I don't know, should I tell my PO, or should I just,
I mean, who told you to just not do that? Who told you to wait or whatever? Was it like another person in
the
there?
officer, she said, you got a fucking misdemeanor. She said, you're going to court within 7 to 14 days.
Okay, because I had asked the public defender, you know what I'm saying, just like, you know, what the deal was as far as when you would possibly get a, a modified bond hearing. And he acted like it was like, you know, like it could possibly be months, is what he was saying. So he was saying just like, you know, the cab, they move a little slower right now because they backed up and blah, blah, blah. So he was saying it could be sooner, it could be months. So he didn't want to like blow no smoke up my ass and tell me, you know, the best case scenario. So hold on real quick. But yeah, so yeah, that's what he told me. So I don't know. I don't know. I would say that before you do anything though, like I say, maybe consult with a lawyer or something like that. Maybe a free consultation. I don't know. But
I don't got no money to be doing all day. I just gotta wait it out.
well, I get it, but a free consultation is free. But I get it. I get it. Like the bottom line is, don't dig your own hole, you know, your own grave type stuff. So, you know, at the end of the day, you're in custody. If the parole people want to get in touch with you, they can. So maybe just, you know, let them reach out versus you reaching out.
Right. Then I was thinking, I was sitting in my room, friend, and all I just said is, what happened? You okay? Well, another thing that happened is because, oh God, another thing that happened is that he knew what he was doing because his ex pressed charges on that thing. Then I could do it. I just don't trust him.
Well, I mean, that's what, you know, one of the reactors was saying yesterday. So Allie, according to Allie, was basically saying, you know, she thought that Short Dog was a real snake for that. And not necessarily because he put the warrant out, but because of his behaviors afterwards, where he acted like everything was all cool. Hell, he even called you when the people supposedly came to his house or whatever.
Yes, over and over. You would sleep, getting mad at me. You were like, what the fuck? I could never, you know how I turn my phone all the way down and look at shit on YouTube? I couldn't even do that because he's calling so much for different numbers. Like, once you block a number, you just call friend next number. Block that number, come friend next number. Are you with that nigga? If I was with a nigga, it ain't none of your fucking business. You already knew you had fresh charges on me when I didn't come back that night.
Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, it's something else.
You try to trick my friend Marcus. He kept saying the police was looking for me. I kept saying, now Marcus, I kept saying that. I said, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
But really, like, every time I'm about to link up with him, it's like I get this.
Well, turned out to be correct. And yeah, so that's the part that, you know, some people look at and be like, damn, that was just real snake-like. Like, it's one thing to pull a warrant out on somebody. It's another thing to come around and act like shit all good. You know, I think she said, and I agree with, he's the type that'll steal your money and then help you look for it. Real shit. He's that type, man.
He said that.
Mm-hmm. According to Ali said that, and I agree. I was like, that's spot on right there. He 100% seems like he'll do that. You know what I'm saying? He'll be.
You had so much faith in your friend. You was like, cause you didn't understand. Like, you were like, no, cause he just called me and said, make sure you okay. I just said, but Marcus, I never used his address before.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. All the points was valid. It's still though a certain thought process that I utilize when it comes to that. So I get it, but you know, until you know, you don't act like you know, right?
I had to work my phone calls too. Like, I know I can't call you every day and stuff like that because I know you guys save money too. So this is kind of like on the standstill.
Well, more of a slowdown, and so sometimes you need to just slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because
and I never got a I never failed a drug test. Now I probably didn't pay because I ain't have no real income, but I reported every month except for one time. That's another reason why I wanted to go ahead and get this warrant for. If I got a warrant, I want to go ahead and get everything cleared. You know?
Yeah, because you don't want stuff hanging over your head. But you just like I say, man. You probably just need to sit down for a little bit because.
I wish I could have got out for my birthday. I was really looking forward to that.
Well, it's not your birthday yet, so we'll see. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I was really looking forward.
Yeah, but like I don't know, QUEETA. Like what? Cause what was the deal? What happened in fucking with your sister or whatever? You ain't gotta say what happened, but I'm just saying like whatever that was. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like. You gotta stop doing stuff that's gonna get you jammed up.
Like one of me and my sisters was sticking together, and the other ones I just, I'm always with the pregnant one. Like I just talked to her, she was like, man, I told them that shit fucked up. She like, I just told mama, I love you, but I don't love them. Like.
Yeah, but QUEETA, like you the oldest sister. You got.
Man, listen, I'm not no bad person. I stand on business, but. They some flaw ass little girls. So, but me and Jasmine be together all the time,
Yeah, but what is standing on business? Where has that gotten you?
That ain't nothing. This is something.
All right.
Friend, this is something for real.
Okay, but that's something
man,
too.
Man, sitting here on a misdemeanor $30,000 bond, $27,500.
QUEETA, what you're not getting though is that anybody could give you a high ass bond based on your record. So if you're doing something similar to what you went to prison for and stuff like that, anybody could be like.
Friend, they don't understand what it is like in prison. You got bitches trying to bully you and shit. They don't understand.
Okay,
nobody.
I get it, but you went to prison on an ag assault, and then you had similar charges before that. They read out the
No,
history.
they said prostitution. I thought that when I was 17. All the charges from 2025 is when the girl, they tried to fuck me up and everything went wrong. And my folks, all of us stood together. And,
Okay, listen to what I'm saying. So once you done survive something as traumatic as that, your mindset should be, I don't ever want to go back. Not let me bring this mindset out here on the streets. Because if that's the case, it's only going to be a matter of time before the next incident, and you got to stand on business, and then you end up right back in the same shit.
And I didn't know that he was going to do this. You remember, we thought it was different people. I didn't think it was that far. I think the worst part is him being a stalker.
Listen, QUEETA.
Looking at your page, too.
QUEETA, listen to me. Without even the short dog incident, and without saying exactly what they were, there were several other potential incidents that could have gotten you jammed up. Like you thought the reason why they was coming was for a whole nother incident that you got into. So you're not hearing yourself. I
understand, friend. Please don't get on me, boo-boo.
Oh, Lord Jesus. See, and that's another thing. Is like, can't nobody tell you nothing. How you gonna grow? Come on now. Like, you just really want a yes man to be like, yup, you should stand on business. But look at what standing on business got you. And then you are fortunate enough to not have been roped into the other situations that you could have potentially been jammed up by. And so instead of you seeing the situation as, okay, I got away with a couple times, I got fucked up on this one, you know what I'm saying? So let me just chill out. Like, I can't do shit like that no more. No matter if somebody trying to do this, do that, whatever it is, I don't care. Like, I don't want to go back to jail. Instead of you saying that, you just like, well, shit, I had to do it because I was standing on business. Like, no, hell no. And then somebody like me who has a bond, who I'm tied in with a bonding company with you, so that if for whatever reason you didn't show up to court, they're going to come after me for the money.
Yeah, you been around me, so you can try to show me how to pull the money and everything. I don't lie. I just got to sit down and sound like a grown-ass woman.
Well, and just hopefully, like I say, when you come out, you got the mindset and the mentality to say, okay, well, you know what? Like, I don't want to go back to prison. I don't want to go back to jail. Like, so if any type of situation arises where I could get physical or something, I'm just going to leave. Because I'd rather leave and have people say this or that about me than me end up back in fucking jail. Because if you keep going to jail for the same shit, they going to make you serve out the rest of your goddamn sentence. You're going to be 50 before you get out.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be having...
I put your name on the visitation list, too.
Okay. Well.
You can do visit live, like, from your house.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I saw they got, like, the video visitation and stuff like that, so...
Yeah, instead of you coming down here.
Yeah, that's fine. We can definitely rock out stuff like that. But I just need to hear that you have a mindset that is understanding that you gotta like.
Yes, I gotta just sit down, bro. Do I need to go to my granddaddy house? I need to go somewhere. And just hide out, like.
Yeah, one of the things that they said that, I agree with, to be honest with you, is that the system or whoever it was, the cab, parole, or whoever, should have probably had you go into a halfway house first so that you could have more smoothly transitioned. It's like they just threw you back out and expected you to get your life together. And that's a real tough hill to climb. You know what I'm saying? That's not easy to do. It's hard enough for people that don't got records and shit like that. So they just throw you out there, no resources, no help, no nothing. That was like damn near set up for failure. So
Report probation, all that, yeah. I never had to go in. I just call on the phone.
well, that part is fine enough, but I just think that they should have gave you a way to transition successfully back into society, to where you had like a job and everything else, so that you wasn't just scrambling.
You have 1 minute left.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
anyway, all right. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap this call up. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start the GoFundMe tomorrow, and we'll just see what people want to do. You know, like even if it takes like a few weeks to get it up, that'll honestly probably be a good thing. Give you a few weeks to kind of get your mind together, you know, really kind of figure out how you want to move when you get out here so that you could do some shit that's going to benefit you and stop doing
I hope
stuff.
I get out in time, though. I ain't gonna lie.
You say what?
I hope I get out in time.
Well, you're going to get out in God's time. That's for sure.
Thank you for using
Uh-oh.
Goodbye.
Yo,
What's up, my boy?
short
Hey,
dog.
what's up? Hey, she still in there, bro?
Yeah, she's still in there.
Yeah, hey, man, I'm off tomorrow. I'm going down there try to see if I get these charges dropped. So shit. I ain't gonna do it like that, bro. I didn't even know that they did that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They must have, the state must have picked that up, bro. Because I didn't feel like shit. I didn't even know. I'm gonna go down there.
I was about to say
down
though, I don't think you'll be able to. I mean, I think it would be good if you tried, right? But
yeah, I'm gonna go down there and try it, bro. Because I don't want her in jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, even when I was mad when she did that, bro, but I don't want her in jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody in jail, bro. That's why when you told me that, I didn't even know that the boy had put out. They must have picked that shit up, bro. You feel me? Because I didn't go sign shit. I didn't go down there and like, you know what I mean, like pursue the shit, call them and that, bro. Like I said, I just told them what happened that day when she bit me because I was mad because she broke my shit, and that was it, bro. You know what I mean? They must have did that. You feel me?
yeah, they'll
I'm
pick.
off tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna try to go down there and try to get that shit straight, bro. I don't want to in jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know shit. I already know how jail is, bro. Cause I was in there, so I know that shit. I won't wish that on my bad enemy, my bro.
Right, and then the cab ain't shit right now. They whole infrastructure is falling down, and they got all types of shit going on.
If you can, just do some research, see what I can do. I'm off tomorrow, and I got some place. I'm gonna try to go down to the solicitor office down there in the cab. I don't know if they got bonded over or nothing. I don't know, cause you know sometimes I'm gonna go to the solicitor office, but I think I gotta wait for her to get indicted for me to do all that, bro. But I'm definitely gonna go down there, bro. I'm just gonna tell them, listen, I don't want to press charges. I don't know why y'all even. The state had to pick it up, bro. You know, whatever's domestic violence, you know, they did me like that with my wife.
I'm about to say they will pick that stuff up.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing the other person can do most of the time.
I know. Let me tell you, me and my wife had did, bro. Me and her had gotten into it a long time ago, and we got to fight. She jumped out the window, went next door, called the police on me, bro, and told them, you know what I mean, what happened and shit, right? Nigga, I didn't even know I had a warrant. They come in out there, come knocking on the door 3 o'clock in the morning, said I had a domestic violence warrant, came and locked me up, bro. She said she didn't even go to court, and they threw the shit out. But goddamn, I had bonded out, but just the point. She never went back down there and said anything. They just put the warrant out on me, bro.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. This was like 2000. So I'm gonna see what I can do, bro. I didn't even know. You know, the state probably they had to pick it up. I didn't go down there and do shit. I ain't got time to be doing all that, Marcus. Come on, man. I'm working every day. What do you think I got time to be going down and doing all that? Come on, man.
Well, I mean, I didn't think that you did all that. I just know how they operate. I know that once you put that record
I didn't
or
even know
whatever.
they did that shit. I didn't know she had no warrant out for it. I was surprised like you.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna try to fix this shit, man. I don't want to. Right now, man, what's our last? I just picked up my house. I don't want to see shopping. I'm gonna do what I can to try to see if I got them. Go ahead and try to get these charges missed, get out of there. I wish I could have been at the bar when she went to the court or whatever. You know, I could have been there and I could have told them folks. You know
Well, I mean, you couldn't have because it was a closed. It was TV only, so you know you basically just had to watch it on TV.
Well, I'm gonna just do some research and just call me back
I'm gonna be
tomorrow.
doing a GoFundMe. I'm gonna be starting a GoFundMe for her, and we're gonna go live and see if we can get some support for it tonight. Not tonight, but tomorrow night.
Well, at least get out the bond. She not worried about going to court, so she ain't gonna
No, listen. Her bond is $25,000.
What's that?
You heard me?
Yeah, for a misdemeanor?
Yeah. They gave her a $25,000 bond, so that means that the total bill will be somewhere around $2,800 or so.
When I shot this nigga a long time ago, I called it aggravated assault, nigga. My shit was 10 grand. It wasn't even 25.
Yeah, I know, but based on her history. So because they was trying to deny her bond, they was trying to keep her in there with no bond. But her public
just do some
defender.
research, man. And let me know. Call me in the morning. I'm be up. I gotta take care of some business. And just let me know, bro.
Okay, I hit you tomorrow. That'll work. All right. All right, man.